ರ ನು ರ ನು ರೀ रे ना ना आ री ना रे पिया को मना मानत नाही रे पिया को मना मानत नाही रे पिया को मना मानत नाही रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे पिया को मनानत नाही रे बिनती करूं पैया परूं बिनती करूं पैया परूं जाओ तो बिवारी वारी वारी रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे पिया को मनानत नाही रे पिया को मना पिया को मना पिया को मना मानत नाही रे no re na na re nu पिया को मना मानत नाही रे पिया को मना मानत नाही रे पिया को मना मानत नाही रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे पिया को मनानत नाही रे बिनती करूं पैया परूं बिनती करूं पैया परूं जाओ तो बिवारी वारी वारी रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे पिया को मनानत नाही रे पिया को मना पिया को मना पिया को मना मानत नाही रे
Dog bite. It's natural to get alarmed while attacked by a dog. Yes, animal bite can be fatal if the animal is carrying the rabies virus in its saliva. In case this unfortunate incident happens, the first thing to do is run plenty of tap water on the wound. Wash the wound with soap. Rush to the doctor without delay. Apply antiseptic because rabies virus is present in the saliva of the animal. If the wound is bleeding, RMAB will be injected into the wounds. This will
is valid. Now it is very clear. Supreme Court, Karnataka, they have made a new rule where anyone less than 18 years, whether married or unmarried, it is illegal. The marriage stands void. Marriage stands void at the beginning only. No, it is not a valid marriage at all.
Sir,
What is the role of the doctor here?
You have to inform.
He has to inform?
Inform, sir.
Inform whom?
Inform police.
Yeah.
If you don't want to inform Juvenile Justice Board. Police informing is easy, sir.
So sorry to interrupt, sir. On this topic, we have evening hot discussion on POXO case, sir. We'll discuss at that time, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir.
No issues.
Thank you, sir.
You have to inform everyone. Less than 18, you have to inform.
Sir,
Married,
sir.
unmarried, doesn't matter.
Since Dr. Vinay's topic is a very hot topic, medical-legal aspects, the discussions will never end here. I request further questions to be taken up during tea break and lunch break.
Yes.
Vinay will be here
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
throughout
ma'am.
this session.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vinay.
Thank you, Vinay. It was an excellent talk.
Just to add few sentences, like sir asked, he's an orthopedician and a patient lands up in his clinic for MI. Though we belong to any of the specialities, the basic life support or treating an anaphylaxis, arresting a bleeding patient, doing hemostatic interventions, these are which every doctor, once we pass MBBS, we are supposed to know this. Maybe not the ACLS protocol or anything, but the standard BLS, basic life support or treating an anaphylaxis, all this comes under the MBBS purview. So we cannot say, I am a cardiologist, I can't treat a orthopedic, treat a pain, or I am an orthopedician, I can't do this. So at least the basic life support, doing chest compressions, ventilating the patient, these are things which every doctor should know. And those basic levels we cannot say we don't know, because ignorance also amounts to negligence to a great extent. I think the questions will be taken up at the lunch time or
Thank
during
you.
tea time. Thank you, Dr. Vinay.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insights. Now, we would like to request our chairpersons to give away the memento to Dr. Vinay Kumar, sir, as a token of appreciation.
Now, I would like to request Dr. Rajni ma'am, organizing chairperson Pragati, to hand over the memento to Dr. Uma B.R. ma'am as a token of appreciation.
I would also like to request Dr. Seema ma'am, Treasurer, IMA WDW, to hand over the memento to Dr. Gayatri Minchi ma'am. Thank you, dignitaries.
Up next, we have a session on holistic approach to fitness, how to balance nutrition and exercise.
We are pleased to welcome our speaker, Dr. Shruti Bhavi Patil, Associate Professor from the Department of OBG, JIMS, Gadag.
This session will be chaired by Dr. Shashikala ma'am, Professor and HOD of Department of Pharmacology, JJMMC, and Dr. Bharati BK ma'am, Professor of Biochemistry, JJMMC. And also I would like to request Dr. Shashikala ma'am to read out the CV for Dr. Shruti Bhavi Patil ma'am.
Good morning, all. It's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Shruti Bhavi Patil. She is the Executive Committee member for Northwest Zone Kasoga, President IMA DW Gadag 22-23, President Gadag OBG Gynec Society 22-24, Secretary GOGS 2019-20, Treasurer Gadag IMA Blood Bank 23-24, Site Co-Investigator for WHO Trial Labor Care Guide and also for WHO STEPMAC Trial, Local Nodal Officer for Lakshya Program, participated in RCOG World Congress 21 for oral paper and poster presentation. I'll pass on to Dr. Bharti.
I welcome Dr. Shruti Bhavi Patil ma'am. And Dr. Shruti has been awarded with many awards. We first of all congratulate ma'am. Awarded with the Foxy, Dr. Kamini Rao, Orator for the year 2021 South Zone. Dr. M.G. Hiremat, Kasoga Orator Award 2024. Iconic Healthcare Leadership Award, Obstetrician and Gynecologist, Golden Name Conference 2023. Dhira Champion Award, Foxy. Appreciation Award as a COVID Warrior from Chief Minister of Karnataka, at GIMS, Gadag. Organizing Secretary for State Level 3rd Yuva Kasoga Conference at Gadag in August 2023. Won second prize for the consultant quiz at State 31st Kasoga at Davanagere. Won first prize for the slogan and third prize for the essay competition. Women's Doctors Wing, IMA State. International Women's Day. Break the Bias in 2022. Won third prize in Foxy poster competition, Cancer Mukt Bharat. Adolescent Health Research, Medical Education and Laparoscopic Surgery. We welcome Dr. Shruti Bhavi Patil on behalf of Davanagere Women's Doctors Wing to deliver her talk today. And it's a very need of the hour, this topic. I hope this is going to help all women here, sitting here. Thank you, ma'am. You can deliver your talk.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I thank both the chairpersons for that very kind introduction, and I'm really humbled. At the outset, I congratulate Team Davanagere for having conducting this Pragati-2025 in such a beautiful way, and Team Davanagere has always been colorful and vibrant team. So, and I also thank the organizing team and the state IMA team for giving me this opportunity on this platform. So, having said this, I bring greetings from my workplace, Gadag Institute of Medical Sciences. So, before I begin, I would like to wish all of you a very happy International Women's Day, which recently all of us have celebrated. And when I say it is happy International Women's Day, it's always when we wish somebody, we say it is a happy dash, happy New Year, happy birthday, happy Christmas or happy Deepavali. So all of us want all the days to be happy. Nobody wants a sad day, right? So that's why we wish happy. So I want everybody to be, happy for what we are. So I'm sure the next speakers, Dr. Anusha and Prakash sir, will be throwing more light on this topic of happiness. So let us all be happy for what we are, for what we have got, and for more. And as a woman, we should be happy for the strong or the compassionate nature what we have got, and most efficient the resilience what we have to nurture a young child right from the womb to its throughout the life of his or her years. So that is what a woman is. So nutrition, so that is why we want everybody to treat our body. So thank and be proud that we have received this life as a woman, and we should be thankful and proud of receiving this ultimate gift of God from the universe. Okay, so your body is the temple of God. So this is stemming from the Holy Bible. So it says, do you not know what your body is a temple, that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? Glorify God with your body. So it means we have to treat our body with reverence and care as if it was it is a sacred place dedicated to God, and our actions and choices regarding our physical well-being are a form of worship. So worship your body. So the sustainable developmental goals, which are the cornerstones of any health policies adopted by the United Nations and WHO, along with gender equality and empowering women empowerment, it also says good health and well-being as one of the agenda. So the current Indian scenario, we've been shifting from the status of undernutrition and the diseases like marasmus, kwashiorkor, keratomalaysia, they've been largely disappearing now. And of course, the effects of the undernutrition like anemia still persists as a public health issue, but the rising prevalence in today's day is overweight and obesity, or the overnutrition. Rather, I would say it is because of unhealthy habits. So there is a dual burden of malnutrition, both under as well as overweight and obesity. So the estimates say that 54% of the burden is because of unhealthy diet, and the surveys, that is the Comprehension Nutrition Survey, also has noted that children are substantially suffering from non-communicable diseases, including the risks of diabetes and hypertension. So this is also because of the upsurge in the availability of highly processed foods. Okay, it could be also because of the readily accessibility of such foods, because maybe because they are easy to carry, they are very easy to preserve, and also they are contributed with excess advertisement by the social media. And of course, added to it is the reduced physical activity because of the advanced technologies we are having, the screens. So a woman's life, right from her womb to her elderly life, in all the stages, is nutritionally vulnerable. Okay, she is nutritionally sensitive. She needs good nutrition in all her developmental stages. So let us begin from this is the first window of opportunity, that is the first 1000 days of life, which is the most important for the well-being, both the growth and cognitive development. So this is the period from conception to the first 2 years, okay, of the infancy. So this period is very important, and we need to concentrate on the nutrition of the children. So the second window of opportunity is again an overlooked one, the adolescent period. So right from our ancient Vedic period, we call adolescence as the second or dvijanama, means the second birth, because this is the period where they acquire a Brahma Jnana, which will lead them to a moksha. So it was the duty of all the parents back then to send their kids to Gurukul to have this knowledge. Okay, so, and also having said that, adolescents are the future workforces and the bearers of our next generation. So their nutrition, their health and good well-being is crucial for our future generation and the next ones to come. So coming to the reproductive period, this is the most fertile and most supposed to be most healthy period, and as well as it is the most busy, or the schedule of both on the personal and professional front. Both men and women are very busy during these years, where then taking care of their nutrition and fitness is important. Then as soon as we hit 40, then many aches, pains start arising from nowhere. We don't know. We start getting all these questions. Okay, from where did these aches and pains come from? Okay, why am I suddenly gaining weight? And why at all it is all concentrated in the center? And why this is not going? So these questions start hitting our heads. Okay, so I say this as an inflection point. Okay, so being in 40 to 50, just imagine how we all were there with our husbands and in-laws in our early marriage days, that is in the 20s and 30s. We used to be so nice. And now at 40, we are the other way. We are bold enough. So it could be the different versions of nice and being bold. So let's not get into the details of those. But the idea what I want to emphasize here is we start to notice ourselves. We start to notice our bodies and minds aging the moment we enter the midlife. So, but along with that, we still have enough opportunity to make adjustments and improve our health and well-being during this period. So, this is a crucial or the good opportunity for us when we explore ourselves. It is a critical time point also because women start moving close towards menopause and as well as the stages of life where there is increase in the risk of non-communicable diseases. Also at the same time, it is a time crucial. So we should not lose this opportunity if not begun. Okay, so this is a crucial time where we have to re-examine ourselves, our lifestyle practices, whether they are meeting our physiological changes. Okay, so in order to have a healthy aging process, so that is why a tailored healthy diet plan along with the active life is important and should be introduced if not begun. So these can be done of course with a lot of blood tests available. We need to have a check on our sugars, lipids, thyroid, and most importantly screen ourselves from the life-threatening cancer, so which are equally preventable. So breast cancer after age of 40 every year we advise mammography for the women, and the cervical cancer which is 100% preventable. There is a vaccination available for this and thus it has to be taken. So a word about vaccination. Human papilloma virus is the causative for cervical cancer, which prevents not only from cervix but also anal, vaginal and other cancer. It has to be taken by both girls and boys at the age of 9 to 13. So the schedule between 9 to 13 is a 2-day schedule, that is 0 and 6. If you administer at today, then after 6 months the second dose will be there. And if not during that, and if the child is more than 15 years, it is supposed to be a 3-day schedule, 0, 1 and 6. Okay. So even the adults, if they have not taken the vaccination and if they are not sexually active, are okay to take this vaccine. However, after the sexual activity is there, though there is no harm in administering, but efficiency of the vaccine is not that great. So also the bone health screening is important. So check for osteoporosis by bone mineral density testing and the DEXA scan. So this then starts the menopause. Okay, so this age is again having a deleterious effect because of we have lost the protective effect of estrogen what we all had in our earlier days. So the effect, the estrogen, which is supposed to be the young hormone for the females or the protective hormone is once it is reduced, there is instant deposition of fat, accumulation of fat starts, and there is increased insulin resistance. So the bone mineral density decreases, and also there is deleterious or increased risk of cardiovascular and other non-communicable diseases. So to combat all these stages of life and to keep ourselves nutritionally balanced, we need to have a wholesome approach to our diet with which is adequate in all aspects and provides the required amount of calories as well. So this is achieved by eating diverse foods. Okay. So this is a wide range. There is around 10 groups of foods available in our nearest general stores, as well as we see them in our daily kitchen as well. So these 10 groups have to be included. At least 5 to 7 of these groups have to be included in our diet on a daily basis, and the rest can be in 2 to 3 times a week, which comprise of cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, dairy, roots, tubers. We will be going in detail. So, a balanced diet is important to in all the aspects of aging, I mean in all the stages of life, right from the childhood to the elderly age, to meet all the needs, right from growth and development to sustainability of the mental health, cognitive health and prevention of the non-communicable diseases. So, healthy behaviors will make a healthy diet, a healthy adult. So, I am telling about balanced diet, which means healthy meal and a healthy snack, which is daily consumed. So, healthy meal includes generous amount of fruits, vegetables with modest nuts and seeds, with a helping of yogurt, and should be free from sugar and made with minimal oil. So, similarly, a snack also should be either a vegetable, fruit or some roasted beans or peanuts and seeds, nuts. So, the total energy requirement ideally should be at least 45% should be acquired from cereals what we eat, and 14 to 15% will be from the pulses. Then the rest of it will be by the healthy fats. But what we are seeing is 70% of our energy is only from cereals and not the proteins. So, the proteins contribute only to 6 to 9%. So, that is not a balanced diet. So, this type of diet will again get into risks of cardiometabolic syndromes. So, there should be a holistic approach. So, lifestyle medicine, whenever the patients come to us, we advise them to diet, exercise. So, this is the mantra which we all have to follow, because it's a wholesome, comprehensive and integrated approach towards sustaining the better life for a long run. So, it includes all aspects, not only physical but also mental and emotional well-being, including the self-awareness and empowerment. So, again, physical will be diet, exercise, good sleep. Mental, the mindful practices, everything we will be talking in a while. So, emotional well-being, creating good circle, social networking, that is also important. So, self-care, self-respect, lot of happenings, things are happening because we need to concentrate on these. So, the holistic approach should be healthy diet. The healthy diet need not be just to manage our weight, but it has to be nutritionally dense with a diverse food group, and which can be consumed in a minimal time, and it should be like through all the stages of life. So, because it is proved by various studies and randomized controlled trials. So, they have studied that even if the weight reduction is only 7%, and in comparison to the other group where they have given metformin for the prevention of diabetes, they have seen that it reduces the diabetes by 58% for high risk, which is a significant number. Okay, so, clearly it has outweighed the metformin group. Another study, that is the dietary approaches to stop hypertension. They included only diet in one group, another group they included one antihypertensive agent. Again, there was significant reduction in blood pressure. So, similarly, the Predimed trial, which includes the Mediterranean diet, also found it would prevent lot of cardiovascular health risks. Then it had an beneficial effect on the long-term health risks of kidney stone formation, Parkinson progression, risk of cancer. So, all these are really proven. So, once we say healthy diet, balanced diet, we feel who has the time to do all this. So, we are all busy now. So, healthy eating can be made simple also. So, because like I said, Mediterranean diet means it's not something a fancy diet. It is just a diet which focuses on the entire nutrition. Means it is not just structured numbers or calculations. So it is focusing on the wholesome diet, which is including a diverse group. It is known to reduce the reduction in heart diseases by 30%, and there is reduction in premature deaths by 80%, and of course there is weight gain. It lowers the risk of weight gain. So there is significant reduction in so many risks. This is nothing but including healthy fats and diverse food groups, what we told. So to be more specific in this, so this is a schematic diagram how a food plate should look. So the food plate should be half filled with fruits and vegetables, that is the fiber content should be the maximum amount. The rest half should be divided into cereals and then the protein. So this plate, it should, the total caloric requirement, if it is 18 to 2000 kilocalories per day, so entire day you must consume so much amount. So that is this half of your day should the plate includes fruits and vegetables, and the rest will be cereals, pulses, and so avoiding certain harmful food like the red meat, sweets, excessive fatty acids, saturated fats with like butter, cheese. So these things should be avoided. So avoid these carbonated. So you can shift from taking these carbonated drinks to healthy cut fruits, fruit juices, and healthy beverages like buttermilk, coconut water, or chia water. So the food pyramid. So you can see the base of the pyramid is bulk in the form of vegetables and fruits, followed by cereals, pulses, and including a moderate amount of healthy fats. So this is ideally like how we eat. This should be our daily meals. So this is nothing fancy. Everything is what we are taking, what we are preparing in our homes. So only what you notice here is portion control and a balanced diet. So there is moderate amount of carbohydrates, protein with lot of fiber content. So like this, if you each meal, the plate is this is more than enough to provide your required energy requirement. So basically replace the refined carbs and include greens in the form of vegetables and fruits, and avoid red meat. So we are stressing more on fibers and vegetables because this is the bulk of our plate. So this is because it is more rich in phytonutrients, micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, and which have great antioxidant properties which prevents the free radical damage in our body. So these are bioactive substances and very low in calories. So your food, the ideal recommendation is 500 gram of vegetables per day, and it should include the green leafy vegetables at least 100 grams along with the other vegetables of 250 and fresh fruits of 100 grams. So every day you have to make sure you at least consume this much fruits or vegetables. So it will definitely decrease the risk of non-communicable diseases. Then coming to the root vegetables like beetroot, radish, carrots, they are more preferable to the tubers like potato, yam. So these are more starch content. So that is. So your proper food choices is important. Again, fruits and vegetables are also rich in iron and folate, and most importantly, it is always better if we add, along with the diversity, if we add more colors. So you include more colorful fruits like beetroots, purple turnips. In case if everything is available local, it's better if you add. So there are red, green, and yellow bell peppers. So colorful diets also increase the micronutrient density. So now the new addition to our healthy array of meal is microgreens. So microgreens are nothing again fancy. This is just the young tender plants of various seeds which we grow. This is like we are all seeing the kitchen gardens now. So once we sow the seeds, the small leaves come up within 8 to 10 days, and these leaves are heavily loaded with micronutrients, phytonutrients, polyphenols, xylates which are having a very strong antioxidant property. So especially the microgreens of fenugreek seeds are known to have an anti-diabetic property. So these things, if at all you can make sure, if you have, you can do this. Then coming to the fats, I told you a moderate amount of healthy fats. Not like I told, saturated and trans fats are not good for, definitely they have a health risk. But you can say why at all we need to add fats. You can just, it's not because they are, it is also essential for our body to build. Okay, so the fats play an essential role in hormones and cell functioning, like important functions of cell signaling, gene expressions. So we have three types of fatty acids, that is saturated, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids. These are the building blocks for fats. Saturated and monounsaturated are easily synthesized by our body. Along with the diet, we can meet the demands of these. But polyunsaturated fatty acids are not synthesized by our body, and so we need to take these from our diet. So that is why there is a new fad about omega-3, omega-6. So these are all polyunsaturated fatty acids which are not given by our body. So we need to supplement it from outside. So these are the omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids. So flax seeds, chia seeds, earlier days we used to, our grannies used to prepare agsi chutney. Never we used to eat, but nowadays it is a food, micronutrient rich. So flax seeds, so include such diets in our daily meal plate. Okay, so they are also good for our cognitive neural behavior development. So the fats includes cooking oils also. The recommended daily vegetable oil or cooking oil needed by us is around 20 to 30 gram, which amounts to 4 to 6 teaspoon per person per day, and not more than that. So this much, if at all you are using in the cooking, then it is fine. And if you are taking butter and ghee, it's only 1 to 2 teaspoons per person per day. So it is always better if we replace the refined oils and fats with the nuts, oil seeds, so that kind, even they release the equal amount of oil required for cooking. So it's always and also the cooking methods also, like sauteing, steaming, grilling. So these are the different, we can vary the cooking method and avoid deep frying. So why the processed oils? Why I tell to replace these refined oils? Because so refined oils are like they are made edible by refining. There is a process which destroys all the undesirable compounds present in the natural. But along with that, the whatever good benefits is got from that oil, like it also removes the antioxidants, nutrients and phytosteroids present in that oil. So taking refined oil is of no use. Okay, so the crude oil, vegetable oils, of course it contains the desirable amounts, it's not advisable. What about the virgin oils and cold pressed oils? So these oils are again mechanically processed, but with heat application. They do contain the undesirable compound, but here the antioxidants and phytonutrients are preserved. That is why they are more, we say virgin olive oil. So that is because the nutrients are preserved in these oils. Coming to hydrogenated fat, of course many of us now are aware. These are nothing but when the mono and polyunsaturated fats are converted into saturated fats, that is the liquids get converted into solids in the form of vanaspati, dalda, they become hydrogenated fats, and during this process there is a release of lot of oxidation and toxic substances which have a health risk of cancers, heart diseases. So this is very bad, and also it's not at all advised. Then repeated oil heating. We see the vendors, street vendors using the same oil from morning till evening they will be using. Maybe the next day also they will be using the same oil. So the repeated oil heating will again release lot of harmful substances which is not at all good for our health. Even I would advise in our home, even if we are frying, let us not use that oil for frying again. Maybe you can just use it for curries or other things, but never use it for frying again. And it is always better that you consume that used oil within 1 and maximum 2 days. So, when we go to the grocery stores, we usually make sure we check for the price, and the next thing what we check is the expiry date. So, but this is the recommendation or the message what I want to give here is, please check for this nutrition label. Okay. So, these nutrition label, so which gives the list of all the ingredients list. So, the higher quantity ingredient is listed on top. So, it is in the descending order. So, never go or fall for claims like low fiber or high fiber, low fat or zero sugar. So, these are not a complete information, and always go for these food labels. So, there are food logos also. FSSAI represents the it is nothing but like a license by the manufacturer. So, AgMark is there for agricultural foods, vegan and vegetarian, non-veg. These are the logos which you can just check for the ref and make healthy food choices. So, this is the entire day diet chart along with the timings how you can divide. So, consuming healthy diet is only not enough. We should know why we are consuming. So, it is because of a good utilization. We should make sure the whatever diet is consumed is utilized in the right way. So, good muscle mass is crucial for a good health. So, good quality protein and resistance exercises will ensure that we take all the essential amino acids available from the diet whatever we are taking. So, again there are limiting amino acids in the cereal and pulses. So, combination of both cereals and pulses will make sufficient amino acids available. So, high muscle mass, if we maintain a high muscle mass by consuming lot of protein, so it will keep our bones strong, improve the insulin sensitivity, delay in aging. So, these are the health benefits. So, the required amount of protein is around 0.83 per kg, grams per kg, and which amounts to around 54 grams, which is easily got by our diet, and appropriate combination and pulses in the form of 3:1 is okay, and non-vegetarians can easily get it by their diet. So, physical activity to ensure the protein consumed is utilized is very important. So, like I told, because if there is a low physical activity, there will be a atrophy of the muscle, and whatever the diet protein, if it is required and taken and the body meets this requirement, there is no further supplementation required. So, if we are taking enough proteins in our diet, there is no need to supplement any proteins, because this is not going to build a further muscle mass. So, these are the different sources of protein, both animal and plant. So, again the protein supplements are nothing but powders from the animal sources and plant sources, where a high level of intake is not advisable, because while clearing these amino acids taken from excess protein powders again will lead to a heavy bone mineral loss from the body. So, it is not recommended if at all we are meeting our daily diet requirement protein. So, swap these unhealthy foods into the nutrition. So, abdominal obesity, this is another important marker for screening of hypertensive disease, non-NCDs. So, this is nothing but deposition of fat in the waist region. So, the waist circumference more than 90 centimeters for men and more than 80 for women has an increased risk of non-alcoholic fatty livers and also the cardiovascular risk. So, the health tips, so practice portion control, lean meat, snack smartly, then food labels, regular physical activity is important. So, by physical activity you might know what kind of physical activity, like I told you diversity in the diet is important, even the physical activity needs to be diverse. So, there are different activities, it could be structured or instead. Structured are nothing but planned and repetitive physical activities which we do on a regular basis in the form of aerobic, stretching, strengthening. Incidental activities are household chores. Both the combination is important for a improved cardiorespiratory and muscular fitness. So these is the recommended physical activity.
Sorry
at
to
least 60
interrupt,
to
Dr.
20.
Shruti.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll share the slides you
Okay.
can wind up now.
Right, right.
Okay.
Last few slides.
Okay.
Okay, so again, endurance, muscle fitness, balance activities in the form of various acts. So combination of activities is also important. So the recommendation I told you, at least for the children, it should be 60 minutes of both moderate and vigorous activities, and adults and elders, it is at least 30 to 60 minutes, at least 4 to 5 days in a week. So even if you are busy, you can be physically active by adapting these methods, using stairs, keep parking your vehicle away from your workplace, okay, moving around during the breaks while watching TV. So these are the small practices which you can be physically active. So again, to combat hypertension, we have to restrict our excess salt intake, not more than 5 grams of salt or 1 teaspoon. So minimize the highly processed foods. Again, appropriate cooking methods. So fermenting, germinating seeds is more nutrient dense. Then some cookwares like earthen cookwares retain the nutrients well, and avoid deep frying. So these are the, so all of you, I am sure this is a person who he is, I mean, fighting with the age. He is obsessed to be young forever and to be fit forever, to live forever. So, so this person, like he's fighting, I don't know what, all sorts of vigorous, intense exercises and diets he's following. Brian Johnson, the entrepreneur. So I would advise, rather than anti-aging, let us concentrate aging healthily, gracefully. So because what has started has to end. You cannot reverse it, right? So again, holistic approach include yoga, meditation, journaling. Journaling means writing down to create your own emotional balance, emotional stability, and to clear from overthinking. So please write down whatever you feel throughout the day, whatever negative experiences you had, whatever positive, how best you can take. So, and meditation, of course, it relaxes the mind, increases the awareness, increases the presence in the moment. So these are the tips to do journaling. Then mindfulness, live in the present. Please enjoy the moment and be empathetic. Build a circle with like-minded persons to develop your emotional fitness, and sleep adequately. So self-awareness, especially for women, financial stability is very important, because we can voice our choices if we are stable financially, as well as we can meet our health requirements well. Spiritual health, of course, if we believe in somebody who is greater than us, definitely it will create a self of purpose and awareness in us. And intellectual health. Try to learn new skills. Age is no bar for anything. So try to learn swimming. No age is there for swimming, learning, driving, or knitting, or any task which will improve or make your brain sharp. So of course, top it all with your self-love and respect. So that's all I would like to say. So keep health and fitness as #1 priority, because without that, everything else is zero. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shruti. It was very need of the hour talk. You talked very well about the graceful aging, health, exercise, diet, and all. And because of the short of the time, we made it a little bit hurry. I thank you. Thank you. I'll hand over the mic to Dr. Shashika.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you once again, Dr. Shruti. It was a very informative talk, and we regret your